If you look around on the internet long enough, you're bound to find some creepy stuff, especially if you spend a lot of time on 4chan's X forum. There, you can find everything from an alleged sighting of Bigfoot to a story about a demonic monster that lives inside of your walls. That's where this story begins. I woke up in the early hours of the morning. It was my birthday. I find it funny that every year, no matter how old I get, I always wake up around 3 a.m. While the rituals of this early morning have changed over the years, one thing remains the same. I would always do something that distracted myself. I remember that since age 13, I would always pass the time on the computer. More recently, it had been passed looking at 4chan's X forum. Since there's so many posts, it's not very likely that you'll see the same thing again. So basically, if you see something cool, you should save it as soon as you see it, because 10 minutes from then, it'll be more pages away than you would care to scroll through. Anyway, I'm getting off track. It was 3 a.m. on May 10th, my birthday, right on schedule. Luckily, I'd become accustomed to this involuntary habit. I walked over to my computer in the fashion anyone my age would, stumbling over trash left on the floor. I started up my desktop and opened up my browser. I was currently on a horror binge, so I decided a good place to start my all-night endeavor to make myself too scared to look behind me would be good old 4chan X, birthplace of creepypasta. I didn't think I'd find anything remarkably scary, but every once in a while I would find a unnerving story with a disturbing picture to go along with it. My browser loaded, and I clicked the URL bar. 4chan X was the first site to show up before I even typed anything in. That should tell you how much time I spent there. As soon as the page loaded, I saw that a Crooked Man 221 had posted a link to a video. I won't tell you what website it was on, but I will tell you what the video was. The camera was facing a chair. That was the only thing visible. The room was very dimly lit. I heard the wood creak around the camera, and a man came into view. His neck was impossibly long and hung in a disgusting angle. His mouth was drooling blood, and he was grinning ear to ear. He sat down in a chair and began to laugh.
I heard it was your birthday. I want to give you a gift. A gift that cannot be wrapped. I give to you relief. A place of refuge from this corrupted and rotten world. You think I'm crazy, don't you? Listen to me. How much pain has this world caused you? Do you really want to go through another year of it? I simply offer a solution. Grandfather bought you a pistol. I made sure it's loaded. The safety is off. The solution is simple. Just put the gun to your temple and pull the trigger. I will be there to carry you away to a place free of all harm. Just consider my offer and happy birthday, Jake.
Immediately after the video ended, I tried to close my browser, but it wouldn't close. Even Control-Alt-Delete didn't work. Finally, I just unplugged my computer. The computer finally died, and the laugh stopped. No more computer until sunrise, I said to myself. I tried to get the video out of my head. But how did he know my name? How did he know it was my birthday? I would have said it was one of my friends playing a joke on me, but they wouldn't have posted it on 4chan. They would have emailed it to me. I would have called a friend to see if he saw the same thing I had, but the post was undoubtedly lost in an ocean of posts by now. I guess I was on my own with this one. I tried to ease my mind by telling myself there's no way he could know if my grandfather bought me a gun, and less likely that he would have been able to load the gun without the old coot knowing. My grandfather lost his wife to a hunting accident. His friend was playing around, aiming the rifle at her. He thought the safety was on when he pulled the trigger. The bullet went right through her skull. It killed her instantly. It was tragic. I was only 8 years old. My grandfather made it clear, after the incident, that I need to know all there was to know about gun safety. I know about everything there is to know about a gun now because of his lessons. Sometimes I still cry over never getting to know my grandmother. I heard so many stories about what an amazing person she was. I heard that some people took to calling her a saint. How I wish I could have met her. Wait. Now's no time to be slipping into depression. I mean, it's my birthday, for God's sake. It's supposed to be a happy celebration. It was about 5 a.m. when I finally found sleep. I had a nightmare about the man with the crooked neck. There was a pistol in front of me. He just kept telling me to pull the trigger. I was just about to give in and shoot myself when I woke up. It's just a dream. You're letting this get to you. Calm down. Stop being so paranoid, I said to myself. It was about noon when I awoke. It was about time for the party. I'm sure that would get my mind off that video. I drove there without so much as another thought to the crooked-necked man. I was happy to be spending time with my family. It had been so long since we last had a happy get-together. This Easter, my dad had a heart attack right at the dinner table. The doctors were able to save him, but now he lives with a pacemaker, keeping his heart beating. Nothing seemed to be going right this year. Maybe I'm just bad luck. Maybe it would be best if I just disappeared. Wait. What am I saying? I shouldn't be sad. I should be happy that my dad is still alive. I arrived at my grandfather's house, where we always had my birthday parties. The whole family was there. Even my great-uncle made a trip across state to see me. And I was touched. The party went well. There was good food, nice presents, and great family time. Or at least there was until my grandfather handed me his present. It was small, but heavy for its size. All of a sudden, I remembered what the man in the video told me. He told me that it would be a gun. I hesitated opening it, but I swore I saw the crooked-necked man standing in the hallway. I carefully opened it, and my heart sunk as I saw what was in the box. It was a Desert Eagle. As soon as my eyes were fixed upon it, I heard a voice telling me to pull the trigger. I tried to block it out, but I could hear nothing else. Maybe if I do what it wants, it will go away.
Happy birthday.